morning, folks. Today is it's Thursday, and it is the 29th. We're about halfway back to Southampton now. It's about 7:20 in the morning. Yeah, 7:20 in the morning. And there's nothing. Cal, you can see sea, but right over on the horizon, if you could see over the horizon, you'd see the coast of England. Northern England, up right, top end, Newcastle, Durham, that area. I think it's Barrow. It's near the coast, yeah, I think it's Barrow near the coast. Yes, so we're going to go and get some breakfast. Well, I say breakfast, we're just going to get some porridge this morning. I'm getting fed up with bacon and eggs and sausage and all that business. So this morning we're just going to get some porridge. We'll speak to you, just a quick word in the, what they call it, in the buffet, probably. And then we'll have a wander up to the crow's nest like I do most mornings. And we'll just have a rest in there while the steward does up the cabin. So we'll speak to you later. Bye for now. And just like that, folks, we're in the buffet, and there's us all the porridge. And as I say, that's all I'm having. As you can see, that's the view from where I'm having my porridge. Right, as I say, that to me definitely looks like land, which will be northern England, maybe southern Scotland. It's not always accurate in the arrow on the navigation chart thing that I looked at before I left the cabin. Yeah, so that's it, folks. So as I say, we're going to have me porridge, and then I'll probably get a glass of orange juice. I forgot to bring one back with me. That's the thing here, there's no trays. I've probably mentioned this before, but there's no trays, so you can only bring one item back at the time, unless you're quite adept at carrying loads of plates in one hand. But yeah, so I've got my porridge, and then when I've had that, I'll get a glass of orange juice and maybe a cup of coffee, and take that up to buffet, not to crow's nest with me. It's hard to think this time in the morning. I'll go up to crow's nest and sit in there for a while, because when I came out of cabin, there was no sign of cabin steward. He'd not started work yet, so a little bit late for him, as soon as it were near on 7:30. He's usually out there about 7 o'clock, but yeah, because there's quite a lot of people get out early, but I suppose he thought, last full day, people are taking the advantage of it being a sea day and having a lie in, so he didn't think it was probably worth starting so early. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's land. It might even be part of the Outer Hebrides or the Scilly Isles or something. Yeah, I say Scilly Isles, I've no idea where Scilly Isles is, to be honest. Geography were never my subject at school. But I know Outer Hebrides are up north of Scotland, so probably not, because I think we're a lot further south than that. If the arrow on the navigation chart is correct, then we're well south of that. We're past that at night. So anyway, enough of this gabbing. Let's get to my porridge. Right, folks. As I say, that's where I'm going to have my porridge. I believe we can actually see the coast. In that direction over there, you can just see mountains above the cloud. Don't know if you I can see it, but I don't know if it can make it out on camera because of glass and rain on things. Right folks, here we are in the crow's nest. I'm now certain that that isn't land. It's either a big cloud bank or maybe even fog. But it's difficult to tell. It could be cloud, low cloud, and we see just on the horizon. Yeah, but it's not land. But it looked for it for all it's worth. Distance. Just come down corridor to Crow's Nest because I have to go past my cabin to get to Crow's Nest because it's on the same floor. That's the beauty of these single cabins is that you've got the Lido deck at one end, and then at the other end of the Lido deck you've got the buffet, and then at the other end of the corridor you've got the Crow's Nest, which is nice. Whereas on the Iona, again, I went to the end of the corridor, and then I had to go up one flight of stairs to get to the Crow's Nest, because my room was on floor 16 and the Crow's Nest was on the 17th floor, where they're all on the 16th floor on this ship, which is useful. It's we're sailing past that big bank now, so it's definitely cloud, not land. I thought we were a bit too close for it to be land, because the ship doesn't get it that close inland. Only does that in the fjords. So there you go folks. Only as I come down the corridor the steward had arrived, so he must start at 7:30. So he must have turned up just after I left. Nice lad. I give him a bit of a tip. Don't stand on my shoes, I don't like it. No, I give him a tip, proper tip. Well, he's done all right with me. He's been quick off the mark, cleaning my cabin out, and he's put a bucket of ice in every day, even though I didn't really need it after the second day. Although I do have a small can of Coke and some brandy left, which I'll have that tonight, I think. Yes, I shall have that, or this afternoon, if weather picks up. Because at the moment it's cloudy, grey and miserable. But then, what do you expect, we're getting closer to England. Anyway, I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right folks, we're going down the steps. That, by the way, was deck 7. We're going down to deck 6. And there we are, we're now on deck 6. Right folks, we've come down to deck 5 now, and we're on the lowest part of the atrium, and so as you can see, this is where you can sit down and grab a coffee and etc. Again, a Costa. Right, as I say, so there's you. We've got a bar, and on that side we've got the Costa. So right folks, I decided to sit down and get myself a latte.
service wasn't bad. Well, it was slightly different, reverse of what happened on Ione. On Ione, I sat there and I waited and waited and waited. It must have been about 20 minutes before anybody came anywhere near me to take my order. This time, within a couple of minutes of me sitting down, somebody were over to see me, and that's because fairly close to both bars actually. But yeah, and then it must have taken about 10 minutes to 15 minutes for somebody to bring me my drink. But not to worry, they're busy. That's the thing, and there's not a lot of staff, but they are busy. So yes, I'm happy that, you know, with how long it took, you know, because obviously they're busy and did it as quick as they could, because it's only about 2 or 3 of the lads working flat out, you know, and it's must be what, near on 100 people in here. So they're doing well at lads. Yes, so apart from that, as I say, I'm just going to rest here for a little while. I've made latte, and then I might have a little wander down past customer services and show you a little bit down there, and then make my way back up to top at ship. I mean, there was another restaurant up there that I didn't go into, which was the Peninsula. I mean, a restaurant's a restaurant, so, and I mean, you've got 2 others. You've got the Oriental, and you've got the Epicurean. Now, the Oriental is for people who have set time dining, and there's 2 sittings, 6:30 and 8:30. You sit on the same table with the same people at the same time every night, and you have the same waiters, everything. And that's the Oriental, and the Epicurean is an extra charge restaurant, and it's not cheap. It's fairly expensive, is that, but it's posh. It's the posh restaurant, you know, with it got all the fancy food and everything. So those are the different restaurants, and I haven't bothered going in there. And I showed you a little bit of it the other on another blog, you know, where I showed you they actually went into. Yes, come think of it. Yes, I remember now. I actually did take you in there on I think it was about the 2nd or 3rd day, not sure. So you have seen inside that one. I haven't been in the Oriental one because this is the 3rd time I've been on this ship. I've yet to find that restaurant. So there you go. But so I'm glad I don't have set time dining. I'd starve being unable to find a restaurant. Yeah, so there you go, folks. So I'll speak to you later. Right, folks, we've just been in there, which is Pandora, and I've got a little something from my daughter. This one has got the fashion brands in: Ray-Ban, Lacoste, Super Dry, etc. And I don't know the cheap to say tax-free prices, because they certainly are not. And yeah, various handbags. Yeah. Another jewellery shop. Here we've got perfume, and we've got Dolce Cabana, Boss, I should say you've got Boss, Paco, Ray-Ban, and Chanel, and yeah, so that's all them sort of things in there. Over here you've got Calvin Klein, Marc Jacobs, Dior, more perfumes. I checked out, as I say, the prices, and they're certainly not what they say they are. They're certainly, I mean, for example,
I'm looking at a bottle of Southern Comfort in the so-called duty-free shop on the alcohol, and it was cheaper in Tesco's. So there you go, you've got Citizens, the watches. Most of the shops today have got their 20% off. Clifton Jewellery. And there you go. Through here, we've got Brody's. English style pub. Right, folks. Here we are in the Crystal Room, coming into the Crystal Room. The old disco in here sometimes, and they have old-time dancing and line dancing and that sort of thing. And always just got some coming up. Here we have the studio where the show films, and it's obviously been showing because the door's closed. Ah yeah, Juniper is on at the moment, starting at 10 o'clock. Morning. And this is Elmas, where you can purchase various skincare products. Right, and here we have the Java bar where they sell Costa coffee. You can get snacks here, but I'm not sure if they are included or if they are extra. Some on the other side, you've just got the crystal. Right, folks, and there is the Limelight Club, and there's something going on in there, so we can't go in there and have a look. Oh, good entertainment. This is the entertainment. Ray Quinn. As you can see, it's £35 per person. So it's gone up a couple of few pounds. Last time it was £25 a person. That was back in 2021. So 2 years ago, it's gone up £10 in 2 years. Here we have the shop where you can get sweet chocolates, other little things, teddies, etc.
It doesn't bother me, right? As long as I'm home, it's correct.
Another strict instructions from my daughter, not to get my granddaughter a teddy. Here we have reception, where if you've got any problems you can come and hopefully they'll sort them out. Here we've got loyalty thing, and we can book a new cruise and book shore excursions. And this is the spas through there. But
sea day, it's people being there, so you can't film in there. And that's basically it.
Really nice week.
It's, the live lounge. Where you have shows on a night. There's a guest speaker on today, which has not arrived yet, so that's why I just popped in. But I watched the band Pulse on a couple of occasions in there. This area is the photo gallery, where you come and collect your photos that you've had taken around the ship if you wish to purchase them. And yeah. Right folks, well down there is the Meridian restaurant, and I went down to see if I could have a look round, but unfortunately there's something going on in the Meridian restaurant, so I couldn't go in there and film. So there we are. So we're back in the atrium. It's Sindhu's, where I came on the first night for a meal on the very first night. And there you go, that's Sindhu's. Right folks, here we are back in the cabin, and out on the far horizon I can see an oil rig, and vaguely through the mist there's a second one. Yeah, I thought I saw some wind farm earlier. Well, I'll flip it round. As I say, I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but I can see it. There's a little dark spot in the about where my finger's pointing, out that way. There is another one out over there, but that's a bit, but as I say, it's a bit faded, so I can see it with the naked eye, but I don't know if the camera is able to pick it up, because I don't think the cameras is that good. And actually there is a third one out there which is even further distance, so yeah, so we're getting close to the Dutch coast, down that part, because I think this is these are the Holland or the Netherlands fields, oil fields. But yeah, so because the British ones are on the other side of England, in the no, that's not too sure that's called it. Oh yeah, the North Sea, because the North Sea goes around the top of England and down into the Irish Sea, so it's round the top end of Ireland, out that way they are. Right folks, just to finish what I was saying, because I've come back in cabin to get a bit cold out there. I could see the oil fields, the drilling rigs. There's three of them out there, and as I say, I think that they belong to the Netherlands. I might be wrong on that, but I don't think the British ones, because I'm pretty certain that the British ones are off the Scottish coast, because they come out from Aberdeen, and they're towards the as I say, the Shetlands and that area at the top end of Ireland. So yes, so anyway, so that's it for now. I'm going to have a bit of a rest again, because there's not a lot to do on this sea day, because it's so cold and miserable. nobody's out with pools or anything, so everybody's crammed inside. So I just come back to my cabin. This is where another time when having a balcony cabin comes real handy, because you know you can get away from crowds and still have daylight. Whereas if you go back to your cabin and you're in an inside cabin, you know it's there's no natural daylight in those cabins, so hence the name inside cabin. So I'm much better. I'm glad I got the balcony cabin. Anyway, I'll speak to you later on, probably when I decide to go for lunch. So it's bye for now. Right, folks, here we are in the buffet again, and I'm going to start with chickpea and chorizo soup. So I'm going to give it a try and let you know what it's like. Right, folks, that was very nice, very tasty as well. Yeah, I enjoyed that. It's up there with one at best I've had so far on the cruise, but it was very tasty. So now we're going to go and actually get some dinner. So we'll see you shortly. Right, folks, here's the dinner. We've got some mashed potato, cauliflower cheese, pieces of fish, and a piece of garlic bread. So I'll tuck into this and I'll come back to you and let you know what it's like. Right, folks, not bad. The cauliflower cheese was nice. Yes, that was nice. Potatoes, mashed potatoes, they were nice as well. Yeah. Fish, not too sure if it's haddock. It just didn't taste like haddock. Maybe it's a different way it's cooked or something, but I wasn't like mad, particularly mad on it. But it was okay, you know, edible. You could eat it and everything, no problem eating it. You know, it didn't have any poor taste or anything. It just a bit blandish. You've just not put enough seasoning in it when they've cooked it. Yeah, so, and of course the garlic bread was nice. Tasty with the garlic bread. So apart from all that, yeah, over, let's say out of 10 I would give it a 7.5. So I'm going to go and see what puddings they've got, and I'll see what they've got. Bye for now. Right, folks, here we are back in the cabin with my cup of coffee with brandy in it. Oh, lovely. Yes, I didn't bother with puddings. I just didn't like any of them. And hot pudding were jam roly-poly. Ooh, too stodgy is that. Yeah, lay heavy on my stomach with that. So I give that a miss. Big disappointment, around you, there still is one meal to go. But the big disappointment is not once has there been bagel tart on the menu. Not once, no. You know, unless they put it on very first thing on embarkation day, and it had all gone by the time we got on. Me and rest of guys on my coach. That's what I meant by we, not the royal we. Yeah. So, but if not for that, it's not been there. And I don't think it was, because I spoke to one of the ladies at work behind counters, a nice lady. I met her on the very first day, and I asked her which way were front and which way were back in buffet. And anyway, about 4 days in, I were at the buffet again, and she said, "Hello," she remembered me. And I asked her, I says, "Are you going to put bagel tart on?" And she just looked and says, "Oh, I don't know." So, before, you know, if they'd had it on first thing, she might have said, "Well, we had it the very first day, so I doubt if we'll be putting it on again." So, but she didn't, so I'm assuming it's not been on, which is a disappointment. There you go. Well folks, here we are in the buffet to check out the afternoon tea. I've got myself a couple of prawn sandwiches, no salmon sandwiches, not salmon sandwiches or anything. Pork, got a couple of cakes and some cream and jam, and we're waiting for the scones to appear. He said 5 minutes, so that's what I'm waiting for. I also got a cup of milk. So we'll see what happens. Right folks, here we are back in the cabin. Yeah, it were okay, you know, you obviously your prawn sandwiches were quite nice. Disappointed that there's very little choice. You got a prawn sandwiches or something else, and I can't even remember what the other one was. But your staple things were missing, like, you know, like your smoked salmon and egg mayonnaise. A couple of staple ones not there now. The scone fairly arrived, you know, and I just had the one, like, it wasn't bad. Jam wasn't reasonable, but then no, it's not clotted cream. It's cream, it's just cream, not clotted cream, which means it doesn't grip the surface the same way, you know. So, but then again, it was like that on the Iona, so I wasn't surprised at all. But overall, yeah, it was okay overall. However, on the way back, the deck round the Lido pool is a disgrace. It is. It's in parts there's standing water, there's pools of water. They've not made a real effort to clear that water off this morning. It's all still there, and it's not as if it's rained since. I mean, I think 2 people out there with squeegees, and they were just doing the parts nearest to the wall, you know, the glass wall, where then I think there's a little drain there, and they were just doing nearest ones to them. But as you walk around, and all they've done is they've just put a couple of cones out saying caution, slippery, wet surface. I mean, that to me is breach of health and safety. In this day and age, I mean, 20 years ago, they'd said, you know, if you fall, it's your own tough shoot. But, you know, but no. Now they're a lot stricter on health and safety, and that, to me, would fail health and safety, because it could be. There's a lot of elderly people, apart from me. But there's a lot of elderly people on there, you know. They could go flying with that water surface, but and nobody seems to be trying to clear it up, and that's what concerns me a little bit. Anyway, there you go. So we'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right folks, so you can see we're just passing a wind farm. Quite a big one, extending for miles up that way. And yes, and it's just coming up to 5:10 in the afternoon. Finally getting a bit of sun, I think. And which is not surprising, because we're right down coming towards Bournemouth Channel. And we'll be swinging around into the Straits of Dover soon, I should imagine. So there you go. Now that must be a British wind farm, because it's closer to England. Yeah, it's on English side of the channel. There you go folks. Right folks, here we are in the buffet for the final evening meal, and we're starting off with soup, and it is vegetables. Right folks, this is the main meal, and as you can see we've got some roast beef, some cock of lamb, Yorkshire pudding and some roast potatoes. Not that, I got the cock of lamb because the beef looks gristly and I suspect that I'm going to have to cut a lot of it away. Right folks, the soup was nice. They always do a nice soup on this ship. And they did a nice soup on Iona as well, so the soups are nice. The beef, as I suspected, was a lot of gristle in it, and I could only get a little bit off it. So it's a good job I got that cock of lamb. Otherwise, I'd had nothing other than a few potatoes. For some reason, the Yorkshire wasn't brilliant. It were soggy. The word. It was soft. It wasn't nice, crispy Yorkshires like I'm used to, especially when I'm at my home. I think they'd been made some time ago. They'd warmed them up, and they're starting to go cold again. And when you warm up a Yorkshire, it does go nice and crispy, but then very quickly, as it starts to cool, it goes back soggy again. So there you have it. That's the dinner. I'm going to see what puddings I've got and decide if I'm going to have one or not. So I'll probably take it back to the cabin with me anyway as well. Maybe some coffee or something like that. I'll speak to you later. Right folks, this is the life, eh? Sun's out, nice and warm, because we're going across the bottom of England through the through the Dover Straits. I've got a couple of buns, a cup of milk, sat on the balcony. What more could you want? Life O'Reilly, yeah. Right folks, just a sum up. It's not late yet, it's only 20 to 8, and but I've decided not to do anything else for now. The entertainment they've got on tonight I've seen already throughout the week, so they put it on. They're repeating a lot of stuff today, I've noticed. Also, even in the buffet, you had at lunchtime, you had these oxtail and something puddings, beef and oxtail pudding or something like that, what they call it, you know, like little steamed puddings. And I noticed they had them on tonight as well. Yes, and as I said, so you've got a couple of places where there's a girl singing, and again, she's been down there all week, and I've seen her a couple of times. Not caught the whole show, but I've caught bits of it, and I think I managed to get a little bit of it on tape, but I'm not sure. And that's it. And and in the live lounge, you've got the Pulse band doing Gold, which is 80s music sort of thing, you know. Well, I saw them do that again early on in the week. Headline Theatre, as I said, it's that woman singer, that single woman singer, is very, very good. But I don't really want to go down there and watch it all again. So, because they do the same show over and over. Anyway, so that's it. So we're coming to end the cruise, and say we get off at ship in the morning. What are my thoughts on cruise? Well, the cruise itself it's been fairly good. You know, I've enjoyed myself. Obviously, if Adele were here, I'd have been with me, I'd have probably enjoyed it a lot more. But, and as I've said before, would I come again? On my own, definitely not. I don't mean on Britannia, I mean, you know, the Norwegian Fjords cruise. With somebody, you know, well, with Adele or something like that, maybe. but even then I'm not too sure because a little bit boring. The place is very expensive. Likewise, the excursions are really expensive, and to be honest, I didn't think they were worth it. I didn't look it. The train ride at Flam was okay. It was fine. Was it worth the amount of money we paid? Because fairly expensive. It must have been about £60. So no, I enjoyed it. You know, had I got a window seat, then yes, it would have been worth it because I'd have got all the views and everything. But I weren't. I was stuck in Ireland. I missed a lot of it. I just couldn't see a lot of it. You know, because overhang at carriage and what have you. Which I won't go into too much detail because you've already seen it. But yeah, the staff's been nice. They've been really good at staff. I have to admit that. I've had no run-ins with any of them. Nobody's upset me out, staff-wise. The cabin steward, he's been a diamond. He's done really great. Yeah, that's about it really. As I said, there was a problem with water on deck this afternoon, but ironically, since the sun's come out, it's all dried up. So there you go. I didn't get to restaurants as much as I wanted, actually. I'm right up at top of ship, so I just couldn't be bothered going all the way down there. A little bit surprised that they had 2 black tie nights, because it's only a week's cruise. Usually you get 1 when it's a 1-week cruise and 2 when it's a 2-week cruise. So that was a little bit surprising, but I went the first one, as you've seen. The second one I wasn't going to go again. Yeah. The food that they had on the black tie night was completely different to what we got on the Iona, so that was a little bit disappointing. But yeah, but apart from that, it's been a pleasant cruise, I should say. I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to do it with Adele next year, a 2-week cruise. We've got a 1-week cruise at Christmas down in Madeira and a couple at Canary Islands. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be nice. It's really good down there. The one major thing up here, no duty-free shops. You know, as you come in and back onto the ship, no duty-frees, none at ports. No, we haven't. And where it's down at Canary Islands, every single one of them had some form of duty-free. So, yeah, that's it then, folks. So, I'm not going to sort of do 2 separate ones because I haven't filmed a lot today and I won't film a great deal tomorrow. I'm going to combine this final sea day and the, the disembarkation thing. So I will see you all again in the morning when we get off the ship and make our way home. Bye for now.
Good morning, folks. Here we are. We've arrived back at Southampton. As you can see, we're backing into the dock. Isle of Wight ferry there. Yeah, we're swinging round. And that's us back in Southampton. About another 15 minutes or so to back in. And it is 7 minutes past 6. This is not bad because we were due back here at 6 o'clock. So there you go, folks. I'm gonna go get a bit of breakfast. So that's it, we're back. As I say, we're going to go get a bit of breakfast. We're due to get off the ship at 8:15. I'm using the GoPro because my camera's getting a bit low on battery, and I've made the mistake of packing the cable in my suitcase, so I couldn't recharge the phone until I get home now. So bye for now. Right folks, back from breakfast. I didn't bother taking camera and filming because I knew I were only going to get porridge. And what's interesting about me sitting down and eating a bowl of porridge? Nothing. So yeah, we're back in the cabin. It's near on 7 o'clock. I don't have to leave cabin till 8, so I don't intend to. Because I'm due to leave the ship at 8:15, so I'll probably, mind you, I might go down maybe about I don't know, about 10 to 8, something like that. So then I can use loo before getting off at ship. Because it's a fair journey back. Although, you know, they do have toilets on coach and everything. But yeah, as soon as I'm on coach, I'll settle down and you know, and look forward to the journey back, because I enjoy travelling. As much as getting there, you know, as much as the destination. So what I'll do now is, as I say, I'll just try to relax for an hour, and then I'll get back to you as we're getting off at ship. I'll film as getting off at ship, folks. So there you go. So bye for now. Right folks, one final look from my balcony. It's just coming up to 10 to 8, and I'll be leaving in a few minutes time, leaving the cabin, making my way down to leave the ship at 8:15. The buses have started to arrive, which is good news. Yeah, that's good news. The buses have arrived. So it means that once we get our bags and everything, we get out, we'll be on. I think that might be the Queen Mary 2 over there. Maybe. Right folks, so as I say, so there you go. I mean, the cruise part of the actual holiday is finished, and we'll be getting on the bus and going home, and when we get back to Leeds, then the whole holiday will have finished. And I'll chat to you again when I'm getting off the ship. Right folks, here we are getting off the ship. Bye. See something back to my thighs and my right leg is killing me. Go folks. Oh, and now we're going down again. Look at the ship.
And here we are, folks, coming into collector's bags. Well, this is where we actually, the way we came on the ship. So there we are, folks. I'll film again when we'll come out the other side. Here we are, leaving at the port. And that's it, folks, we're on his way home. Centre now. This is on the M3. I think it's the M3. Right, 11 mile out of Southampton. Just seen a note sign on the other side of the road. And as I say, it's I believe it is the M3. Well, folks, here we are at the service station, and we're back at the same. We're back at the same one. That's somebody off my coach, that. So yeah, same service station, but we've only got a 20-minute break for some reason. I'm just glad to stretch my legs because my thighs, my shin's killing me. Anyway, I'll speak to you later. Alright, folks, just leaving this service station. folks, we're now on the M1 and probably about 3 hours from here. Right folks, we're now leaving Leicester services. Stopped here for 5 minutes for a break. A few people got off. I've now got a much more comfortable seat. And now we're crammed in with 3 other people, but they've all got off, so I've now got all these 4 seats to myself, which is nice. I really struggled to walk round to that toilets. I did just think when I get home I'm going to put some deep heat on it and hope it'll start to ease. But it's only painful when I walk, so anyway, there you go. We're back onto the M1 and away we go. Next stop I think it's about an hour away, so bye for now. Right folks, we're now leaving Woolly Edge service stations and I got myself some noodles here with some lemon zesty chicken. Yeah, so it's Woodhull. Is it Woodhull? Yeah, I think no, it's not Woolly Edge, it's Woodhull service stations. Yeah, Woodhull. We're now leaving Woodhull service station, where we dropped some people off, and we now continuing our trip north. I'm not sure if we're going to stop at Woolly Edge because we picked people up at Woolly Edge some way down. We'll have to wait and see. But if we do, I'll film again. So it's bye for now. Back onto M1. Yeah folks, driver's just announced that we are stopping at Woolly Edge in about 40 minutes time, so there's nothing else to film on the motorway, so I'll come back to you when we get to Woolly Edge. Yes, we're now approaching Meadowhall. Sheffield. Outskirts of Sheffield, Meadowhall. And of course, over that way is Rotherham. And the reason it looks a little bit dark, folks, in case anybody's noticed it, is because the bus has tinted windows. There you go. Here we are now, leaving Bleach.
Ladies and gents, next stop is Leeds, and we should get there in about 30 minutes time. Thank you.
Yes. Right, folks, here I am back in the flat. It's been a nice holiday. Well, you've seen most of it, so I won't bang on too much. But yeah, it's been interesting. And looking forward to the next one. Not to Norwegian Fjords, of course, but there you go. But yes, so as I said, it's been nice. Journey back was a little bit of a nightmare. Because I've done something to my calf, which is giving me grief, and also the coach was weird. It wasn't the normal, where you've got rows of seats. First of all, it were upstairs, and there was no downstairs. So we're upstairs and no downstairs. The seats, the first couple of rows right up at the very front were your 2 seats abreast. But then you got, seats of you got seats of 4 with a table between table 2, and you had that all the way down either side of the coach. So of course it were packed. But quite a few got off at Leicester services, and then of course the 3 that were sat in the set of seats that I were with all got off at Leicester. So I had a seat to the whole thing to myself on the way back, which was nice. I enjoyed the freedom sort of thing. But yeah, very nice people. I chatted to these 2 ladies. Mother and daughter. I'm not kidding you. I thought she was about 40, and she told me she was 60. So she was very good looking for 60. I'll tell you that now. Yeah, and her mum were with her as well, and and the chap who had no idea who we were, and just because he never spoke to any of us on the way back, apart from last minute when she said, "You'll have a seat each," and he says, "Well, no, I'm getting off here." But not saying he were nasty or anything. He just kept himself to himself. Some people are that just don't like talking to people. So that's it, folks, for today. As I say, we're back. We're settled now. It's it's just gone 4:15. So we've been going quite some time, to say we set off at, what was it, 10 to 9 this morning. So, yeah, 10 to 9, 10 to 10, 10 to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 7.5 hours. So roughly 7.5 hours it's taken us to get back. But, yeah, because I got a taxi from town and everything. So, yeah, so I'll speak to you on the next one. Bye for now.